Hey, good morning guys, how's it going? It's Matt Brimble here. Sarah's asked me just to spend a couple of minutes talking about the gift of the spirit of patience. I have to confess, when Sarah first asked me to talk about patience, I genuinely thought she was taking the mick out of me. Having 3 wonderful children as I do, my patience is regularly tested. But as we know, when we ask God for something, He rarely gives us the thing that we want. He more often than not gives us the opportunity to grow in that area. And so if at some point I prayed to God and asked for patience, He definitely gave me a suitable challenge to help in that area. I was reflecting on patience this week. Ruben had been set a challenge to build a Rube Goldberg machine. If you don't know what a Rube Goldberg machine is, look it up. It's one of those really cool things that does loads of stuff in order to just achieve a really simple goal. But basically it's like lots of balls rolling and things knocking over. If you know Ruben, you can imagine just how fun that was building that. It was a lot of joy, we had a lot of laughs, but we needed a lot of patience. God tells us that patience is not just about waiting, but doing so with a joyful and loving heart. And it got me thinking, as I was knocking over rows of dominoes when I wasn't supposed to, how much love and grace was Reuben showing me when I was knocking over his things? When we think about patience, we sometimes just think about waiting. But it's not just about the waiting. It's about how we can grow and develop within that time. The grace and love that we can show to others. What patience do we show to our friends, our family, our siblings? How can it help us to grow in that area? And in turn, how much patience does God show to us? When we do things wrong, when we falter, He still loves us, He still waits for us, He still shows us limitless patience. And ultimately, if we can harness that fruit of the Spirit, if we can grow that fruit of the Spirit of patience, it brings us peace and it brings us joy. It's not just about waiting happily, it's about growing and developing. So I pray that as you go into your day today, that you can not be patient with a scowl on your face, but be patient in waiting for whatever it is that you're waiting for. Do so with joy, do so with love, and show that to others. If we can show patience, joy, if we can show that grace and love whilst we're waiting with others, how much does that lift others? How much does that encourage them? So I encourage you, God will give us challenges, God will help us to grow, but if we can harness that patience, it will bring joy and peace in our souls as we move forward. Now, I've got to go back to building Lego with those guys. See you later.